Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You talk about this Miami defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The Cowboys are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense for the Dolphins, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's 3rd and 9.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have the Cowboys first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Walk time.
On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramsey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. Touchdown, Cowboys! Kene Nwangu. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll swing this out to Tony. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 21 yards away.
And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And that flag accepted.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa being chased out left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Mevis knocks this one through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
The end result, 21 yards.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw.
This one swung out to Vaughn.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. To the 36-yard line, stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side to Higgins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
This is 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 53 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably
taking it right down Broadway.
Now look out to the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 93 yards.
And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away.